Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Bilal Fawaz, 37 years of age, becomes the English super-welterweight champion. He's originally from Nigeria. He's now based in London. And he defeats 23-year-old Junaid Bostan. This was a rematch from a fight that was in January, which was declared a split draw. I thought Fawaz probably edged that. I thought he won it anyway, but... did he win this one? Probably, yeah. I mean, another very, very close fight, really close. But, the 37-year-old, 14 years older than his opponent, probably landed a few too many meaty punches for me. There's no doubt that Boston, from the word go, looked the slicker, the more well-schooled, the more talented maybe. But the weight of punch, I thought, over the full 10 rounds belonged to Bilal Fawaz, and it's quite a strange announcement actually, because the way that the ring announcer announced the scores, the first one to Bilal Fawaz, the second one was a draw, 95-95. You couldn't really argue with the draw actually. And then he sort of quickly, almost off the cuff, mentioned that Fawaz had got the last card, and Fawaz didn't even realise. Then someone said to him, "You've won this," and he went. His reaction was, "Oh my God, I've won it!" Like he couldn't believe it. It's kind of nice to see, when someone they've had a long career. Well, actually, I say he's had a long career. Actually, I'll tell a lie. This was only his 11th fight as a pro, so he started late, clearly, but. He's now got 10 wins with 3 KOs, 1 defeat, which was early on in his career, and the draw to Boston. Make no mistake about it, Junaid Bostan is a very talented fighter and can come again. And he will be a better fighter for these 20 rounds against Bilal Fawaz. There's no doubt about it, right? This kid showed a lot in there. He started off very, very crisp, very sharp, nice. He started off orthodox, actually, and yet I think he's a southpaw. Lovely sort of threaded through straight punches, picking his punches very, very well. He looked almost like a veteran in the opening round. And Fawaz, again, probably less talented in terms of, natural ability, certainly, and less well-schooled. But, again, he started late, so you would expect that. But he did an awful lot of posing. In the second round, he had a high guard. He was walking forward, and he kind of started to quicken his feet up a bit. He was sort of showing out. It was almost like he was performing rather than boxing. And you thought, well, okay, you can do that. But you're going to need to provide a few punches, so you're going to need to provide a bit of a beat down here, because you're going to be outboxed for the whole 10 rounds. And like I say, Fawaz, he did quicken his feet up and he started to get closer to Boston. And was it the second round? There may have been a clash of heads because they both ended up with cuts over the right eye. Neither of those cuts on either man was a problem for during the fight for either fighter. They were controlled by the respective corners. But in the third round, towards the end of the third round, I think it was in this round that Boston turned back to his natural southpaw stance. He got tagged with an almighty right hand on the inside. I think it was either mid-range or I think it was on the inside, and his legs turned to spaghetti, and he was flopping and recoiling all over the place. He didn't hit the floor. Fortunately for him, it was at the end of the round, and Fawaz almost knocked him out. I mean, a lot of kids would have hit the floor with that punch, and I didn't think that he was going to last. I didn't think that minute in between was going to enable him to last. I thought he might well get stopped in the fourth, and it wasn't through a lack of trying from Bilal Fawaz, who tore after him, started throwing all sorts of punches from all angles. He was actually varying his work quite well, body to head, both hands. But Boston, to his huge credit, hung tough, and then a minute into the round started to fire back. And he actually hurt Fawaz, got him on the ropes and hurt him. And make no mistake about it, you'll be hard pushed to see a better round of boxing or a more exciting round of boxing all year than that fourth round, because they were exchanging big punches, and you got the feeling that Fawaz may have punched himself out a little bit. Bostan was suddenly, the fog was clearing in his head, and he was threading nice punches together. You could see him thinking again, You could tell that he regained his senses, because suddenly the combinations were looking intelligent. It wasn't just "don't hurt me" punches. This was properly designed to hurt the opponent. And to be honest with you, like I say, in the fourth round, I thought Fawaz was hurt. No quitting Fawaz, though, of course. He came forward. Terrific round. But an excellent comeback, an excellent reply, if you like, from Junaid Bostan after being so badly hurt in the third. Fifth round, yeah, from what I remember, it was give and take again. Possibly Fawaz won it. Possibly I thought Bostan won it. May have edged it. I don't know. These were so close, these rounds. But I thought in the second half of the fight, Fawaz won more rounds. And he won more rounds quite simply because, like I said at the start of the video, he was landing, meatier, more thudding punches. And he was thinking in there as well. He wasn't. Yes, he had dragged Bostan into a bit of a scrap, but Bostan still had enough wherewithal to control a lot of his work. Therefore, it was down to Fawaz to keep drawing him in, to keep him uncomfortable, to stop him from getting set, to have enough offense so that Bostan couldn't compose himself and couldn't start going back to his game plan. And I think he did enough of that to pinch enough rounds. I thought the second half of the fight, Fawaz won probably most of the rounds. Yeah. Again, we're talking competitive stuff, but Fawaz just seemed to be having the last word in a lot of the exchanges and not allowing Bostan to get any kind of momentum going. And for that reason, I don't have a problem with Bilal Fawaz being awarded this decision. It was close. Like I said, I think Junaid Bostan will be a far better fighter for those 20 rounds. He's going to be pissed off because there was a lot of bad blood between them. Right at the end of the fight, Fawaz went to embrace Bostan. He turned his back. Didn't put Fawaz off, though. He still grabbed him and gave him a hug. but Bostan lost this fight. Fair enough, majority decision. He lost it. It was a split draw the first time round, but at 22 years old, I mean, do hard-fought competitive defeats matter? No, they don't if you learn from them. And Junaid Bostan's got a future. He's got a lot of ability. For Bilal Fawaz at 37, a British title shot wouldn't go amiss. He's won the, I think he was an area fighter, area champion, I should say. Now he's got the English. He's obviously doing things the old-fashioned way and the hard way because no one's ever given him anything. Bostan, a matchroom prospect. And hopefully Fawaz has made a few quid as well, because he certainly deserves it. A bit more money than you earn on the small hall circuit, one hopes. But yeah, good luck to him. No doubt about it. This was a very, very good win for him. All right, so what did you think of this fight? Did you watch it? If you did, comments below. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to hit the like button if you like the video. And we got more to come. We got the big one to come. Arslanbek Makhmudov versus David Allen. Who do you think is going to win that? Watch out for my review video. Until then, bye for now.